Hello and welcome to Baby Yoga. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to dedicate time to your baby and your yoga practice. So when we do baby yoga, it might look a lot different than trying to do yoga on your own. You can think of this as a time mainly just to connect with your baby, because there's nothing that babies love more than spending time one-on-one and getting all that special attention, love, and energy that we infuse into them when we practice yoga together. Your yoga practice might be nursing your baby. It might be taking time to console your baby if something comes up for him. And it might look entirely different than our practice. But I wanted to invite you through some guided sequences, however it might look, so that we can just take a moment to kind of establish what might be a nice routine together. So if you get really far off from what I'm doing and your baby decides that it's time to make a shift, you can pause and just get creative and continue on your own. But most importantly, we'll try and minimize any distractions, and we'll just take a time to really come together with our baby, focus on our breathing and being really present. So if your baby allows, we'll start by just bringing baby to your lap, folding your hands around him or her or them in a sweet hug, and close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, take a few deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your nose. With your focus on your breath, see if you can let your energy soften. It's like you're trying to reset your nervous system. And allow everything to slow down. Your breath. Your energy. And see if for a moment your arms wrapped around your baby and just feel really connected to this space. Your eyes closed. Infuse a positive thought or wish of well-being for your baby. Affirm it in the positive for yourself in this moment. And then gently open your eyes. I'm going to start just by reaching baby high up into the air and then drawing him down, give him a kiss. And do that a few more times. Baby lifts up and then baby comes right in for a kiss. Inhale up and exhale. Sweet kisses for the baby. And then gently setting them on a blanket. Come onto your hands and knees. And take a few cat and cows. Inhale, looking up towards the sky. Exhale, bowing in towards your heart. And do that a few times with your breath. Inhale, looking towards the sky. Exhale, bowing towards earth. I'm going to take any organic movements, any intuitive stretches that feel good, or just stay in traditional cat and cow. And then on your exhale, tucking your toes, come into a downward facing dog. So your hands are shoulder width apart, feet hip width apart. Press into your hands, start to reach your hips up and then back. Take some deep breaths here. Inhale, come forward into a plank position, so a push-up so your shoulders are right over your wrist. Root down into your hands. Look one point right at the earth and breathe into the back of your body. Exhale, lifting your hips, press back, a downward facing dog. Do that a few more times. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, lifting your hips, pressing back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come into plank, and then you can drop to your knees. Take your time drawing your elbows towards your ribs to lower all the way onto your belly. And then once you're on your belly, prop yourself up on your forearms. Ground down into your forearms, draw your shoulders back. Lengthen through the back of your neck, draw your heart forward. And just breathe here. See if you have a tendency to hold baby on one side. It can be a really great shoulder opener. Visualize your shoulder blades sliding down your back. You breathe into the front of your heart. And then exhale, slowly lower your chest. Tuck your toes. You can press back through child's pose, so reach your hips back towards your heels, let the forehead meet the earth. And then tuck your toes under, come back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, press into your hands, reach your chest back. Inhale, stretch your right leg higher. You can even come onto the ball of your left foot. And then exhale, drawing from your center, step your foot forward and drop the back knee to the earth. Bring your hands to your thighs, stay here, or stretch your arms up towards the sky, really drawing up on the pelvic floor as you start to lower the top of that back thigh down. Stretch your arms and breathe here. Exhale, lower your hands, framing your foot, pull your hips straight back, pull your toes back towards your face, and then just start to stretch through that right hamstring as you bow in. Take a few really deep breaths, keeping your breath smooth, steady, strong. And then bend your front knee, place your hands. Step back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high up towards the sky. Breathe into your toes, stretch your left leg high. Exhale, press into your hands, reach your chest back. Inhale, toes reach higher. Exhale, draw from your center, so drawing belly in and up. Engaging your core, lightly step your foot in between your hands. Slowly lower your back knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, start to lower your hips. Breathe into your fingertips. You can look up or one point directly in front of you if it bothers your neck. And exhale, slowly lower your hands. Pull your hips directly back. Start to lay your chest out over your thigh. You can also use blocks here if you have them for more of a lift. And then bend your left knee. Step back into a downward facing dog and take a few deep breaths. Maybe give the baby some more toys or pick him up if he needs you. It's making your practice yours, unique, just for you and your baby. From downward facing dog, walk your feet forward in between your hands. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Grab opposite elbows, let your head and neck hang so your head falls heavy like a weight. And gently sway side to side. If that's too much traction for your spine, or if you're having some tension in your low back, you can bend your knees, bring your hands to your shins or your thighs. And then again, release your head, rocking side to side. Inhale, lengthen the crown of your head forward, reaching out of your waist. Exhale, fold. Do that again. Inhale, your spine lengthens. Exhale, fold. Rooting down through your feet. Inhale, rise, come up, arms out to the side, up to the sky, high to the inhale, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead. Drawing your legs together. Exhale, sit down like you're sitting in a chair, weighting your heels. And challenge yourself, lifting your toes. And then reach your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees a little bit more. Press down into your feet. Inhale, legs straight and draw your pelvis slightly forward. Arching back, look up. Exhale, take your time, slowly, slowly lower all the way down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then we're going to step back into a plank position. Shoulders over the wrist. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, tops of the feet, press down, legs lift. And if this is too much, you can always take cobra with your legs on the floor, elbows bent. Exhale, press all the way back, downward dog. Start to walk out your legs. Inhale, stretch your right leg high, stack your hips, open to the right heel towards left shoulder. Activate your foot, spread your toes. Inhale, stretch your leg away from you and then drawing from your center. On your exhale, lightly stepping forward. And you might choose to take your baby here, placing him gently on your thigh, rising up into a warrior one. So if baby is feeling a little heavy, this could be enough. If you want to take it further, inhale, baby to the sky. Exhale, giving one big kiss. Inhale, arms straighten. Exhale, maybe kiss on the belly. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then turning babies back to your chest. If he's still cooperating, turn your heels and toes out into goddess pose. And then start to take some bend and straighten through your knees. Find your breath here. Smile. Wrapping your arms around your baby. Giving him a big hug. Press down into your feet, legs straighten, turn your feet parallel. Inhale, look up. Just pause here, the pelvis forward, shoulders draw back, heart lifted, looking towards the sky. And then exhale slowly. Bring your baby all the way down. Step back into a downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, come forward into plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Stack your hips, left heel towards right shoulder. Spread your toes. Inhale, straighten your leg away from you. In one step, bring it forward. Maybe taking baby, placing him on your thigh. Inhale, straighten your arms, warrior one. Exhale, kiss the baby. Inhale, arms straighten. Exhale, big kiss. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. And then turn your heels and toes out. Baby's back, facing you. And take some nice bends in your knees. Bending and straightening, drawing up on your pelvic floor. And then we're going to circle the hips, bending and straightening your legs, moving in one direction and then the other. pausing, holding goddess pose. Take some deep breaths. Drawing energy up your spine, connecting to your breathing, connecting to your baby. Letting your baby feel your slow, steady breath. Letting go of any frustration that might arise if baby just doesn't want to cooperate at all. And just inviting in some play and finding your own unique practice, your own unique way to connect with your baby. Inhale, straighten your legs. Pelvis forward, shoulders back, look up, big stretch. And then inhale, straighten your spine. Gonna bring the feet outer shoulder width apart. Bend your knees in a squat. Inhale, right up to standing. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Nice, do that 8 more times. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Wonderful. And then let's come down to take a seat. So taking a seat on the earth, making any adjustments. Bring your legs wide into Upavishta Konasana. You can have your baby slightly to one side of you. Bring your hands behind your hips, scoot your hips forward, lengthen your spine, tilting forward. This might be enough. You can keep reaching out of your low back. Start to hinge at your hips, finding that pelvic tilt, and come down as far as you can. Keep your lower back straight and keep reaching out through the crown of your head to get that nice spinal extension. Also do this sitting up on a blanket. And then take some deep breaths here. Inhale, rise up. Draw your right heel in towards your hip, and we'll take a twist. Left hand to the outside of your right knee. Look all the way over your right shoulder. Inhale to center and exhale, Upavishta Konasana. Right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Turn your chest to square your thigh and then bow in. And readjust your hand to the outside of your foot, drawing your elbows down alongside your calf muscle. Take some deep breaths here. Inhale all the way up, and then switch sides. Right hand to the outside of your left knee. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, rise up through the crown of your head, and then exhale. Left hand to the outside of your right shin, bow in, square your chest, and then from there, bow forward. Inhale, rise it all the way up. And then we're gonna come to lie all the way onto your back. So here you may choose to take your baby facing you, lie all the way on your back with your heels close to your hip, and then baby seated or lying on your chest. We're gonna do some pelvic floor lifts. So the first thing you wanna do is draw up on the pelvic floor. So in yoga, we call this Mula Bandha. In Western medicine, you often hear of Kegel exercises. Regardless to what you might call it, pelvic floor health postpartum. Super important for really strengthening the muscles around the pelvic floor. So the first thing you want to do is draw in, like you're trying to stop from urinating midstream. Engaging the muscles of the pelvic floor. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, lower them. Nice. So press into your feet to create the lift. Inhale, hips lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Do that 10 more times. Trying to keep that engagement if you lose it. Beautiful. And then lift up and hold it. Holding it for the last 10. Seconds, and then slowly lower down. Bend your knees to a 90-degree angle. Place baby right on your shins. And then making sure you keep your hands on your baby. Hooking your feet right in between his legs. Start to take some tiny pulses. And lift your shoulders off of the ground and draw your lower ribs in. Engage your core. Nice, so the belly draws in and up. Engaging your core muscles, keep pulsing your legs. Nice, 10 more times. You can play with pointing and flexing your toes. And then lifting baby, open your legs out in a wide V. Lower baby so he's sitting just above your pubic bone. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So lifting your shoulders, trying to keep that length through the back of your neck. If you need more of a challenge, you can reach baby up and overhead, lifting up, lowering down, lifting up, and then lowering down. If baby's lifted and you're able, when you lift up, draw your legs together. Exhale, open your legs to a wide V, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. And then come again to lie on your back. Straighten your legs. Take a few deep breaths. Moving to the level of your hips. We're going to step the feet wide as your yoga mat, and then drop your knees over to the right. Cross your cross your right ankle just above your left knee and gently press it down and forward. Stretching through your psoas. Reach your arms up and over your head. Inhale, return to center. And then we'll switch sides. So the feet are wide. Drop them over to the opposite side. Cross your left ankle just above your right knee, so avoid pressing into the knee. And then press that ankle down into your thigh, dragging it slightly forward so you feel a nice stretch in your psoas. And then from there you can reach through your fingertips. And then slowly returning back to center. And take a Shavasana or draw your knees into your chest. Checking in with your baby. And then come to lie all the way on your back. Taking as many slow, steady breaths as baby will allow. You can keep one hand on the baby, connecting with them. And just take a moment of silence. Breathe into your body. Finishing with a thought of gratitude, a reaffirmation of the intention that you set for your baby and for yourself in the beginning of this practice. Breathe into this moment. And then slowly make your way up to a comfortable seat. And if possible, and you're still with us, again, holding baby, taking a nice tall seat, closing your eyes with your arms wrapped around your baby, giving them a big hug. Taking time out of your busy day to connect with baby. And then when you're ready, open your eyes, taking this connection with you throughout your day, into your evening, into your relationship. Thank you so much for joining us. Namaste. Wow, that was pretty good.